Viewer discretion is advised.
Sounds of artillery and gunfire reverberated across the high seas. Every shot, every missile, and every attack focused on one single target. SCP-4217 contained the Bismarck.
Keep firing! Don't let up!
Our attacks aren't doing anything!
Even so, we can't stop. We cannot afford to give Bismarck any room to recover and counterattack.
Indeed, each and every one of them had a point. They struck at 4217 with all they had, but its wounds regenerated just as quick. It was nothing more than a stalemate. However, a war of attrition would eventually lead to them running out of ammunition. Time was not on their side. Realizing this, 4217 unveiled a heinous and condescending smile at its assailants.
That's it! I'm charging ahead. It's do or die.
Rodney ceased firing and charged ahead at full speed.
Rodney, get back here this instant! Damn it, that reckless greenhorn is gonna get herself sunk like a stone. Hood, alarm things up here. Get that idiot back!
Hood immediately went after Rodney without saying a word. But deep down, they both knew that King George V was lying. Everyone was already firing at maximum capacity, but they also knew that none of them would ever let the other feed the fishes.
Rodney, calm down. Let's turn back.
Out of my way, Hood. I'm taking Bismarck down with me if it's the last thing I do.
Suddenly, huge tentacles burst through the waters from all sides, ensnaring Rodney like a fly in a web.
Unhand me, freak!
4217 pulled Rodney close. Its mouth opened as light particles gathered, before letting out a devastating beam of destruction.
Rodney, no!
Expending every ounce of fuel left, Hood shoved himself between Rodney and Bismarck in the nick of time. The ray of light disintegrated the noble ship instantly.
No!
Their companion was no more. Now down one man in an already unfavorable position to begin with, what hope is there left? To most, the sea is one of Mother Nature's profound works of art, a true masterpiece. However, for some, this blue is the color of hell. To seasoned warriors of the sea, the ocean is a constant battlefield, an arena to test one's mettle, and all the more so in... Hello everybody, I'm Therubber. Today, we bring you a tale from the SCP Foundation. The sky was clear. Sounds of ocean waves hitting the ship made for relaxing background ambiance. Unfortunately, Captain Kurt Wegner did not have the luxury to relax, for he has been entrusted by the Foundation with the task of keeping the dreaded SCP-4217 in check, until further notice.
Lieutenant, what is 4217's status?
4217 remains submerged and navigating its territory, Captain.
Good. We should have some time left before...
Sorry to interrupt, Captain. I'm getting a strong reading.
What? Already?
The anomalous battleship entered hostile state and rose to the surface, intent on bringing mayhem and destruction to everything in sight. While subduing 4217 wasn't anything new, it has surprised them before in some occasions. Perhaps today would be more straightforward, Wegner hoped.
Send word to Kasser and Pathalon. Prepare to engage 4217's Information Delta.
Suddenly, storm clouds gathered as the sky quaked. The waves were getting stronger and more violent. Then, a massive whirlpool formed, sucking in everything, including a wildly confused 4217.
Men, retreat! We must keep our distance from the whirlpool. Just my luck. What in the world is happening?
Wegner's ship came to a halt, accompanied by the sound of metal screeching. We're caught! 4217 got us!
What? That oversized metal squid wants to take us down with it?
4217 pulled the Nemet underwater, as itself was being dragged into the vortex of death. It was dark and wet, though the sounds of ocean waves hitting the shore could be heard clearly. For Wegner, it was a pleasant and soothing tune. Push and pull, push and pull, push and...
Shore, where am I?
Wegner jolted awake. He was alone and wet, on a beach inside a cavern. Once his eyes adjusted to the darkness, Wegner wasted no time searching for his missing crew while ascertaining his location.
It appears I'm stranded on an island of sorts.
Suddenly, three massive shadows cast over Wegner. A loud, kingly voice echoed through the caverns.
Oh my! Have we come upon another one of our kind?
Wegner looked up and saw in front of him 3 magnificent warships. On the deck of the middle ship stood an exalted gentleman.
I am His Majesty's ship, King George V. To my left is the hot-headed and feisty Rodney, and to my right is the cool and collected Hood.
Hi, you're tiny.
Pleasure. Hi. I'm Captain Kurt Wegner. Ah, Kurt, my boy. Pray tell, where's the rest of your body? My what? Day unknown. Clear sky. I have not an inkling of the time or day. But one thing certain, I am not on Earth. The whirlpool seemed to have transported me to another world. It is a vast azure ocean with many beautiful islands. The view is truly unlike anything I've ever seen. I have yet to meet another human, as the 3 friends I have made recently are, in fact, not humans. George explained to me that their human forms are merely avatars, with their actual bodies being the battleships themselves. Truly magnificent. Had I not been a part of the Foundation, this would have come as a much greater surprise. Currently, we're searching for the indomitable Bismarck. Apparently, it's been wreaking havoc in this world for quite some time. George, Rodney, and Hood took it upon themselves to hunt down the beast and put an end to its carnage. I have a feeling it's the same 4217 from my world.
After a lengthy journey, Wegner and company arrived at their destination. A deafening screech reverberated through the air, as if warning them to tread lightly in these dangerous waters.
Get ready, lads.
The mission was a complete disaster. Their combined attacks tickled 4217 at best. Rodney was goaded into a trap, and Hood sacrificed himself to save her. Not letting up, 4217 tightened its bind on Rodney and dragged her into the depths of the ocean. After a moment of eerie silence, 4217 resurfaced, alone.
You swine! Where's Rodney?
As if wishing to join his friends in their watery graves, George charged forward in a mad fit of rage. He blasted 4217 with all his might, to no avail. 4217 tanked through the shots easily and restrained George's movements. It opened its mouth wide and charged its beam once again. When all hope seemed to be lost, a heavily damaged Rodney burst forth the ocean's surface, still feisty and fierce as ever.
Rodney!
Hood's sacrifice was not in vain, for she had found a weak point in 4217's defenses. With the entirety of her arsenal aimed at Bismarck's gaping mouth, Rodney greeted hell boldly.
Aid to this!
The sea rumbled as 4217 imploded. Smoke gushed out from within as it sank deeper and deeper into the ocean.
Rodney, you crazy lass! You almost gave me a heart attack! How did you know it would work?
Sorry, guys. It was a huge gamble, but I had to risk it. For Hood. And for us.
Hood would be proud of you. As for you, dear boy, what are you gonna do now?
Suddenly, the sky crackled as ocean currents spiraled beneath them, swallowing everything. The sky was clear. Sounds of ocean waves hitting the ship made for relaxing background ambiance. Captain, please wake up. Captain!
Where am I?
We're on board the SCPS Nemid. How are you feeling?
The Nemid? Did I return to Earth? Lieutenant, are there any other ships with us?
Yes, Captain. Kesser and Pathalon are in position.
In position? For what?
Suddenly, a familiar roar interrupted their conversation. SCP-4217 has entered hostile state. Awaiting orders, Captain.
What? 4217 is active again, but we just... No, this is no time for questions. Send word to Kesser and Pathalon. Deploy Formation Delta.
Aye, aye, Captain.
Let's do this.
And with that, the Nemid spearheaded yet another assault on the rampaging sea demon, determined to stop its tantrum for the upteenth time. Such is the unending cycle to contain the Bismarck.